Your father was a great man to me.
I don't know him. Ain't got nothing to do with me.
Well, I think you could be great too.
Well, believe it or not, Rocky Balboa is back in the ring, but not the way you think. He's a little long in the tooth for that, folks. But Sylvester Stallone's signature character, which he first played 39 years ago in the Oscar-winning Best Picture Rocky, is now back in Creed. And Creed is, of course, Apollo Creed was the big opponent for Rocky, played by Carl Weathers then. Now, it turns out Apollo Creed had an illegitimate son nobody knew about named Adonis, or Donnie as they call him. Adonis Creed is played by Michael B. Jordan, and he's terrific here, showing real boxing talent and real heart in this movie, which was reinvented for the screen. This was not written or directed by Stallone. This is the first Rocky movie, or the first use of the Rocky character that was not written by him.
You see this guy here staring back at you? That's your toughest opponent.
Who's next?
I believe that's true in the ring, and I think that's true in life.
Ryan Coogler did Fruitvale Station, won a lot of acclaim, and came to Stallone and convinced him he had a different way of using the Rocky story and the Rocky character, rebooting it, reimagining it. And that's why we have Creed. Rocky here is a supporting player, and he's back in the ring, but he's playing a corner man, the role Burgess Meredith first played in the first Rocky, essentially. And he's helping Adonis Creed, who has learned that he was the son of Apollo Creed and has that raw boxing talent. Well, we see many fights played out here. Coogler, as a director, really has an eye for this stuff. The opening fight is dazzling. It's basically one big shot. I haven't quite seen that in one of these fight films, which usually use several cameras. But there's several fights, and they're all against real pro boxers. These guys are the real thing. And Michael B. Jordan holds his own in it. But what gives these kinds of movies the lift they need is the heart. That's what Rocky always had. And that's what this movie has as well.
Everything I got is moved on, and I'm here. But you know what? It's okay.
Stallone has really never been better in this role. We know so much about him from the history of nearly 40 years of these movies that we feel for him all the way. This is a great relationship they develop. I thought Stallone really has never been better. Tessa Thompson gets a special mention from me as well. She is the love interest for Adonis here, and sort of echoes what we saw all those years ago with Rocky and his beloved Adrian, who has now passed on, of course. This movie's worth it. It's worth it if you're a Rocky fan, if you're a fan of boxing pictures, but mostly if you're a fan of films with true heart. I really like this film. I'm not sure I expected to. I'm not sure that we expected to see another Rocky movie, but this isn't really Rocky. This is Creed. It could be the beginning of another franchise. I say, go.